Thank you. Really good to hear you talking about Vision Zero, and also obviously toilets. I'm always very glad whenever anyone mentions toilets as part of accessibility, because it absolutely is a really fundamental part of accessibility. I just want to circle back to the challenge of Vision Zero, because London missed the target in terms of getting, it was 65% against the 0509 baseline in 2022, and we did miss that. You talked about a safe system, and I think my kind of understanding of TfL is that safe systems absolutely apply on rail and the underground. They are trying to apply that on buses, but I think in terms of people walking and cycling, if one was applying that same systems approach, one would kind of reduce all the speeds down to 15 miles an hour and kind of, take traffic completely out of some roads if we were really seriously trying to get to zero people killed or seriously injured. And I just wonder what you see as, if you could just say a bit more about that challenge of that Vision Zero target, especially for the people who are walking and cycling, who are the most likely to be killed or seriously injured on our roads.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's very many aspects of safety in the public realm, as we know. There are, I think, perhaps people who think that it's inevitable in a city of 9.5 million people in a complex urban environment that injuries will occur. I don't accept that at all. I don't accept that anything that involves serious injury or death is inevitable. Each of these instances has resulted from a series of catastrophic outcomes, that some of which, of course, we can design out in the street environment and so on. You mentioned speed limits. This is an important point, because 20 miles an hour is safer than 30 miles an hour. If you are hit by a car at 20 miles an hour, you are vastly more likely to survive than if you are hit at 30 miles an hour. And I think in an urban environment, the extension of the 20 mile an hour limit across TfL and borough roads, working obviously in collaboration with the boroughs, has been hugely important in ensuring that we do work towards making our goal. When you set a goal of zero deaths and injuries, you obviously have a trajectory to meet. And in many areas we're meeting and exceeding that trajectory, but you're right, in some areas we are behind. And I think it's fair to say that on bus safety in particular, we're slightly behind. And what I would say is that we are world leading in this. There are not many cities that take worldwide that take the kind of action we are in, for example, working with the drivers and the unions to ensure that we provide proper facilities for drivers to ensure that they are not fatigued, working with bus manufacturers to fit safety systems, to look at issues like pedal confusion and to determine the prevalence of such incidences. Again, no other city is really doing this to the extent that we are. And frankly, I would rather we record these instances properly and look at what we can do to bring ourselves back to the right trajectory rather than pretend it's not happening. And I would like to extend, by the way, my sincerest sympathies to the victims, recent victims of incidents involving the bus network, Catherine Finnegan, Grace McKaylee and Melissa Burr, who tragically lost their lives. And as I say, each and every one of these instances is reported to me. Each and every one of these instances affects me, but it also inspires me to move and to get this target met and of course exceed that target. And that's why working with, as I say, the manufacturers, the drivers, the unions, and I think the general public, to make us all aware of what we can do to look after each other a bit more. I think that's an important part of the equation too.
Thank you, Assemblyman Russell.